Okay, as we are live, so hello, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Happy middle of the week, middle of the work week, quote unquote. How we doing? Are we doing good? Are we achieving things? Um, are we if we fell off the wagon of whatever wagon we were riding on the weekend, are we back on the wagon? How we doing? Um, I did over the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, break my chain, my streak of intentional exercise. One because my back was hurting, but also because apparently I needed a break. So I took the break, and so now I have had to restart my streak of intentional exercise every day. So, but I am back on. Today was day 3, so yay! Um, Today was the second day I did the little walking pad treadmill thingy. Um, so it's fun. I am slowly getting used to it. It's a little odd. Like I've not been one to like use a treadmill, so it feels a little odd to have my like legs and body sort of moving, but the world around me not in some ways. Like because I've usually been used to walking outside, and so your view changes and like everything else. So it's a little odd getting used to that. I'm sort of finding what speed is more of like a natural walking cadence for myself, um, because it goes up in like zero point 0.2 increments, and so I've been sort of like adjusting. So for just like a slow walk type of thing, just movement, to get me less sedentary. Um, so yeah, that's how that's going. It's going well. I have thus far. I think I'm somewhere between a like because it's the walking pad starts at a point 0.6. I think it's miles per hour rather than kilometers per hour. I think. Um, so it starts at that and then it goes up in zero point 0.2 increments. So I think I have found like sort of two speeds that that are a good, um one for like a little bit more laid back walk and one for a little bit more of a power walk. So I'm hoping that that is true, and then maybe as time progresses I can increase those speeds. But um so that's been fun. We're slowly picking up the house from the holidays. um, slowly as we get back to normal life, are rearranging things and like tucking the Christmas stuff away. Um, so yeah, so that's how life is going. I did finish the jellyfish. Oh, it's in the living room. I finished crocheting a jellyfish that I think is a good bit more adorable than the first one I attempted freehand. So um, that's good. So I finished my first crochet critter of the year. Yay! I thought I was going to get it done sooner than the 7th, but or I mean the 6th, but hey, it's okay. So how are y'all doing? CB says, "Hey guys, you're just about to go to the airport to get your flight home. Hope you have a good stream and you'll see us on Friday. Excellent. Safe travels, CB." Kara says, "You pulled from the Enchanted Map deck, movement, number 28. You are in a time of positive forward motion. Nice. I like it. And also feels appropriate given my new exercise toy." You've been writing every day this week so far. Nice. Yay. That's good. Building the habit. Kat is here. Hey, yo. Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Back hurting is a good excuse to rest. Yeah, well, it's like my back is still recovering from like, I guess, sciatica flare up, essentially. So I don't want to like say that it's better, but like it feels like we're finally on the real mend, maybe. Cross my fingers. Um, Also, you've made plans for your birthday. Yay. You're going to be seeing the stage musical version of Beauty and the Beast. Ooh, that'll be fun. The vacation. Sorry. Vacation you had hoped to do is going to have to wait for another time. Gotcha. That's okay. Kagehime says hi. Hello. Welcome. Yeah, I'm still, because of my back, I'm still on no caffeine. So I have switched to, I have a mug of herbal tea, and I also have the big glass of water. So, hydration. Yay. Elizabeth is here and says hello. Hello. Welcome. I am hoping to get a decent amount done today. But I do need to check in with my journal. So, because I got a couple things done this morning, so I need to check some things off and revisit today's to-do list. So, Monique says, today I plan on writing something funny, basically a disaster dominoes travel. Nice. I like the idea. Yes. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay. Cats. Oops. Sorry. Didn't mean to jolt y'all. So Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm going to set them over here. Okay, so Tuesday's cat. I'm going to have to get used to saying like not dog. So Tuesday cat says the next read is Unstuck Yourself, How to Get Out of the Tree and Back in the House. The ginger kitty is definitely stuck in between the branches. For sure. Very cute though. Says the record number of Super Bowl wins for a franchise is number 6, held by the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New England Patriots. There's like a little extra fact on the back. Okay. Wednesday's kitty, so cute. I have no idea where the TV remote could possibly be. Have you checked under my furry tummy that needs to be scratched? Have you? Look at that face and those little paws. Looks so cute, so innocent. Absolutely would not steal the remote from you. Super cute though. Okay. Alrighty, so I think it makes about a week of cats, which is cute. So we've got the cats. Now we need the card of the day. I still have these 2 little illuminated letter stickers on my desk. I haven't put them back up because I was like, surely I could find something like somewhere to use them, the J and the T. But I just haven't. So I need to, I guess, put them back up where they belong instead of just floating around on my desk. Okay. Today we have the snake. So if you are not a fan of the snakes, in just a moment I will give you a warning. So it is inverted, so upside down. So if you are not a fan of snakes, look away in 3, 2, 1. Here is the snake. Time to heal is the main message. Okay, snake is covered. You can look again if you need to. And we are very much very, very much out of focus. Can we make it work? Yes, we can. Okay, excellent. Okay, so the main message is time to heal. The inverted reading. No matter how much you may have lost or how you have been disappointed, you are called by the snake to shed the past and practice radical self acceptance now. Only by forgiving yourself can you move on, regardless of whether anyone else is ready for healing. When your tender new skin first becomes exposed, you may feel uncomfortable. Love yourself and remain vulnerable anyway. You have been weak, but now you are becoming strong and developing wisdom, and you will do better in the future. The snake reminds you that hearts can be so easily wounded. Apologies and amends go a long way. Self-forgiveness for your role in what happened can help you heal. Remember, it is the one who has been wounded who often has the greatest power to help others heal. There you go. But yeah, radical self-acceptance and self-healing. Only by forgiving yourself can you move on, regardless of whether anyone else is ready for healing. This is something I think we always have to keep in mind. You cannot dictate someone else's healing journey. As much as you don't get to decide the timeline for someone else's healing. As much as you may help out and assist, there comes a time when you're like, well, surely they must be better. And you can't decide that. So what you can do is make sure that you yourself are healthy, and healed and moving on your journey instead of paying attention to somebody else's journey. So, but yeah, that is a piece of wisdom there. Regardless of whether anyone else is ready for healing. I like that. And it is something to keep in mind, because as much as we pay attention to, especially those we love, and we want to make sure that our loved ones are happy and healthy and healed in their own ways, we can't heal them unless we ourselves are healed and in a safe position to assist their healing journey. So that's the thing. Gotta make sure you are healed first. It's kind of the same lesson that the airplane lecture holds. Is you are supposed to put your own oxygen mask on first before turning to your children and spouses and assisting if they need it, because you can't help them if you are out of oxygen. So there's that. Funny story. One of the reasons you're calling your godson a little rogue is that he steals the remote and changes this channel's sneak attack style. Nice. Snake is definitely calling you out. You had this mentality to give up on dreaming because plans don't go the way you want to, so why bother? Yeah. It's that demotivational part is where, in some ways, discipline comes back and holds you accountable. Like, you made goals, you need to attempt them. You need to hold yourself accountable for them. Of course, something stops you from giving up. Yeah, because it's your dream. It's something your soul wants and desires. So no giving up. All right. Let's go ahead and pull up the document that you're going to be working on today. I'm pulling up mine. I would like to get to 2K today, but we shall see. So, we shall see. Again, I would like to get to that number, but I also am trying to do my best to make the first draft cleaner the first time. So that sometimes means less word counts, and we have to be okay with that. Okay, so let's do this. Again, I'm going to be working on Bujo hopefully very shortly. and then writing. So, and my goal for the stream is 2K. Cross my fingers, hoping that works. Kat is transferring video files. You're behind on that. Then at 2 p.m., you're going upstairs to have school time with Denise. Nice. Excellent. Okay. The poll for today is about what board game would be your main character's favorite. Again, I listed 4 options. If you have another option that you think of and that would fit your character, please let us know in the chat. But which board game would be your main character's favorite? Scrabble, Monopoly, chess or checkers, or Clue. So those are the 4 that I chose as options. But again, if you have a good option or better option, let us know in the chat. Okay. 1, save your document. I'm also going to share the screen. We're going to go silent again today, I think. Let's do this one. Okay, so 1 is save, 2 is sip. Make sure you're hydrating. Cheers. 3 is straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back. That posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How'd we do? I think that was a good sprint for me. I got about 622. Um, gonna use my little notepad over here. Okay. Also, my next door neighbor is having their lawn people maintain their yard. So if you can hear that, apologies. That is what the sound is. Let's see. Monique says you chose chess for Susie. She doesn't like Clue because it only involves process of elimination, but she does like the movie Clue. Interesting. You're also listening to the original Broadway cast of Beauty and the Beast. Nice. Excellent. Stacy says that Stacy would choose Clue, but your main characters would like that, but chess would be their favorite. Gotcha. All right, and Monique is going to go change. Is it today that you're going to see the show? You made plans for your birthday. Gotcha. Okay. All righty. Those at least a good sprint in terms of I feel like I made a decent amount of progress. So yay. Progress is always good. But yeah. So all right, let's do it again. But with a different timer. Which timer are we gonna get this time? I think I'm still on the silent train. So we will scroll. And let's do the winter morning. Okay, apparently we have another ad. Skip. There we go. Nope, wrong button. Second sprint, as always, is the self promo sprint. So if you have something that you would like to promote, now would be the chance to do so. Stay says, I did not sleep well last night, so your eyes are very tired. Oh no. So you don't know if you're going to be writing, you may just listen to a book. Fair enough. All right, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2, make sure you take a sip of whatever it is you're hydrating with. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine, roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure you're not slouching too much. And 4 is if you need a break, take a break. Here we go. 30 minutes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. That was that sprint. So I can calculate. Um, okay. So let me do that again. Okay, 697. Okay, not bad. Don't know if I'll make it to 2K in 3 sprints, but we will do our best. We shall see. How'd you do? Let's see. Scroll. Don't forget to do your self promo. Don't forget to answer the poll. Here's where Published with Andy came in and said, "Hey, hello, welcome." I asked what Andy was up to today. Very meh, feeling quite overwhelmed with some stuff, so procrastinating. But then your default setting is procrastinating, although you should really get your rear end gear. I definitely feel that all the time, which is why my channel is called The Dawdling Writer. So I get that. Family and books, hello, welcome. Popping in to hug the like button. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Coffee Crate Connect, hello, welcome. How's your day been? So far, very good. Very good, I think. How about yours? Hopefully yours has been good. You just got an email from your editor. She said she was very impressed with the edits that you made to your manuscript. It's incredible to think that soon you're going to be looking for book covers. That's exciting. Yeah, I guess with book covers, it's good to know the final page count, because then you can get the spine margin correct when you do the cover. I mean, you can begin the front cover design ahead of time, but generally knowing the spine thickness is good. So, but that's exciting. Also says hello to Andy. Nice to see you here. You started the book in 2022, so it's very exciting to see it finally come to completion. Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, books can be such a long process. Yeah. Yeah. Andy is excited for you. Book cover phase is very exciting. Yes. And then celebratory smiley face. Andy has a question though. Whom do you use for your book covers? Just curious. No worries if you're not prepared to share. Not sure who you're going to use for book cover designer. You did publish a nonfiction dance prompt book a few years ago. You love the way the cover came out, but you're not sure if she does covers designed for novels. You hired her through Fiverr. Your editor you hired through Reedsy. You did share that the cover designer was Angie Alaya, and her handle is pro_ebooks. I did find her account, so I shared it. She was fantastic, very reasonably priced, nice. And when I was looking at her, this is the link key. When I was looking at her profile, it looks like she does do fiction as well. So, yay. Funky also says, happy hump day. Thank you. Same to you. But do you have coffee? That's the other question. But that's your question for every day. You're welcome. Okay. I feel like I'm making good progress. I feel like it's good. good progress. Definitely some character development going on, which is good. Some of it I may have to um, reword, but I'm at least getting the idea down, which is good. Coffee helps you through hump day, for sure. For sure. Diane is excited to see Funky. Excellent. Yeah, I'm excited. I do need to go in and add another page to my reading journal. Like I keep saying that because I keep reading different things. But I've only read to completion one physical TBR, but I need to add something else to my reading journal. But that's okay. That was the whole point of redoing how I was going to do it this year, so that I didn't feel like I couldn't include some of the smaller things that I was reading because they were too small. No, we're reading them, so we're putting them in. Also, I'm snuffling. Sorry. Diane was going to sneak in quietly, but seeing Funky derailed that idea. Understand that. All right, let's do another sprint. Save your document. That's number 1. Number 2 is pick out another silent timer that's cute, right? So let me do that. Also, I guess my self-promo is, as usual, if you are not subscribed or if YouTube has unsubscribed you, please check and make sure you are subscribed. That's it. That's my self-promo. Let's do, which one? Let's do the purple teapot. Ooh, okay, again, an ad. I need to go and turn those off until I reach monetization, right? That way it's not so annoying. Funky says to Diane, "'Tis not possible to sneak in when I'm in the room." All right, let's do this. 1, save your document. 2 is make sure you have something to hydrate with and go ahead and take a sip. Cheers. 3, straighten your spine or roll your shoulders back for that posture check. Make sure not slouching. And 4 is make sure if you need a break or to stand up and stretch and walk around, please do so. 30 minutes. Here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay. How'd we do? I think I did a little bit more that time, so that would be good if my math is correct. Nice. Okay. Yep. So 8:03 that time. So yay. 2,122 all total. Yay. I got it. Just barely, but I do think that last sprint was a little bit more typo heavy. So I'm gonna have to probably go back and edit. Do some fixing of the red squiggles. But not bad. Not bad indeed. That was what I wanted. And that was what I was able to get. Fantastic. Yay. Kara says, hello, you were in a meeting and forgot to share your self-promo during the second sprint. You have new book promo posts on Reader's Roost. Thanks for the update. Andy says you've actually used pro ebook covers. Well, I'm not. Hopefully they are the same person. They might be a very similar. I don't know. Maybe they're the same person. Hopefully so. But yeah, where did the time go? When you asked this, I looked over and there was like 3 minutes left on the clock. I was like, oh, where did the time go? Got in the zone that time, apparently. And he had a snack to keep the old body going. Excellent. Molly's Thoughts and Musings. Hello, welcome. Just dropped in to hit the like button. And surprise to me, vote in the poll. Excellent. Yes, I try to have a poll every session. That's kind of fun. So, Funky says, get some writing prep. You got some writing prep done. Excellent. Good. Good. I rediscovered in my stash of pens the Uniball Air that I purchased. This was one that I was influenced by the channel Jet Pens, and they were talking specifically about, I think, the red one. But it just looked really good in terms of like the flow of the ink. But when I got it and tried it, the black is not as vibrant as I had hoped for. It still flows wonderfully. It's got what looks kind of like a plastic nib, but it flows very nicely. So that's that one. Flows great, no skips, all that. So, but it's just not as like thick and dark as I was hoping for. Like it's still thick, but for whatever reason on white paper it doesn't. It's a little bit more gray than black. So there's like my little mini review. Still flows great. It's got a thicker barrel. It's got a fun shape to the tip type thing. But I still think my current favorite is the Sarasa Mark-On. Great. Doesn't skip as much as like the G2. And it makes a really thin, fine point because I have the 0.4. Like it. But I need to go through my pens again and decide if I'm going to get rid of any. If so, which ones? I know I'm going to have to order a replacement for one of the Tombow colors. The pale blue that I was using is my second highlight for this month. So like the pale blue second highlight. I noticed as I was using it that the cap cracked. So I was like, okay, well, I know that's going to die in a hurry because it'll get all dried out. So I have to replace that. I have to decide if I'm going to keep all my flare pens or not. They're fun to write with, but they are very smearable with highlight. And so I always have to remember like specifically what order, and they do bleed through a little bit more, type thing. So yeah, just random thoughts about pens. Useful note: ketchup takes varnish off of copper pans. Yes, it does. I want to say I don't know if it fully cleans silver, like real silver, but I know it can clean some of the tarnish off of silver as well. I think it's the acidity of the tomatoes. But yeah, you just ordered an A6 binder to organize all your ideas. Ooh, nice. Excellent. I think I have an A6 somewhere. Yeah, somewhere. I think it's over here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, where is it? I'm like, oh, it's over here, in my other notebook stash. You kind of sort of may be thinking about where to put things when moved, not much energy. But hey, using your brain to sort of imagine the space and where things are going is a very good use of time, because that means that hopefully you're writing this down as you're thinking about it. It means that as you are packing, you are better able to label what's going to go where, so that the unpacking process is also good. Use toothpaste on silver. Yeah. Yeah. Toothpaste is another good option, especially one that has baking soda. So like the Arm& Hammer versions of toothpaste versions. But you'll need to try and see what ketchup. Well, don't take my word for it, because I think that's what I've seen before on the internet. We've not actually done it. We do have some of the like silver cleaning goo for jewelry that goes relatively unused, but occasionally we pull it out to clean jewelry or to clean the silver. So, not that we have much silver, and most of what we have remains tarnished. There's just like occasionally, if somebody wants to see a piece, or mom is thinking about a particular piece for like a holiday. You're going to remember that the next time your family teases you about using ketchup on everything. Ketchup can clean things. Yes, it can. You didn't know you had a silver grill on the teeth. Yes, making a diagram. Excellent. You labeled boxes so far, but you've already told hubby that when your friends help, you were just going to be happy if they carry boxes into the house and put them anywhere. We'll definitely label the boxes as to what room they're going into, for sure. That way they will know where to set things down, because if it's in the right room, that's so much of a help. So yeah. You have silver pieces for still lifes. Yes. Currently it's so tarnished. Me teeth sparkle. Yes. I've seen a couple of influencers getting like the diamond, probably cubic zirconium or something, like embedded in their canines. And I'm like, I feel like I have seen this before. I feel like I have seen this before in a different form. But yeah. So, but shining the silver might be a good busy thing for you to do when you're antsy. True. True. I don't know how many boxes you have left. And I don't know if you have the energy to make another run to the liquor store to get their boxes, that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you're feeling like you don't have a whole lot of energy, definitely something that makes you feel useful, like you were doing something towards your goals, is still good. It'll help keep that motivation going. Becky says to Diane, you should start rapping on your art channel. Oh, fun. All right, y'all. I am going to end us here. My mom was on the phone trying to straighten something out with one of the banks that my great aunt had. And so when my great aunt passed, Mom inherited something from them. And it's been a whole mess ever since. So every time she has to deal with them, it's always a huge roundabout thing. Okay, let's go ahead and end the poll. Which board game is your main character's favorite? Ooh, we have a tie. Okay, so we have a tie between chess and checkers and Clue. Those are tied at 43% each. And then Scrabble would get 14%. And then Monopoly got nothing. Nobody wanted Monopoly. Yeah, so it's more of like Mom inherited a small Roth IRA and didn't want to take everything out of it all at once because of tax implications or possible tax implications. But she still has to take out the required minimum distribution every year for tax purposes. And so she was calling to double check on that. And they were trying to set up an automated distribution every December, but she still has to call and get the proper required minimum distribution number to put on tax form. And so it's like a whole mess. And like, because she only logs in once a year, her passwords are always expired and it's always a whole rigmarole. So she always winds up having to call them and explaining the thing. And because she's not the original owner, it like, So she just, like, we've been trying to convince her just to pull everything out. And there might be enough, like a small enough amount left in there this year that she could go ahead and just yank everything. And that would make so much better. And we would never have to deal with that company again. This is ViStar, by the way. Like, I'm not, like, they have been nothing but trouble. So if you can avoid ViStar, I recommend it as a banking and financial institution. For our family, they have been not good. So if you were considering them, that would be a no from me. Your parents and sister are what you would call organized, but we're still surprises with inheritances. Yeah. Just had it sent to the checkings and savings. Yeah. And that's what Mom wanted to do, but she just wanted to do it a little bit at a time so that there were no tax issues. So anyway, you had yours moved to another bank without any issues. Good for you. That's amazing. Considered death beneficiary. Yeah. Grill in the way of spelling. The shine is too bright. Yeah. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get things straightened out. But anyway, y'all, the no caffeine thing is not fun. I'm trying, but I'm struggling. Okay, y'all. Thank you very much for joining me today. Don't forget to save. I will hopefully see y'all soon and on Friday if I don't see you before then in the chats. All right. Thank you very much. I will see y'all soon. Bye.